just waiting to get the feeds up and going, so give me a minute. Hey Willie, how are you? I'm giving it about a minute. I'm streaming as well, so I'm getting things set up. Let's see. Get a little bit longer.
Ray goes Legos.
Get this speed up and going, and we'll be going. Alright, toy fans. So I'm here with another build. Now, I held off on the Mold King build. I know that that's what we're on our last bag of that, but I really have been wanting to get this Lumibricks set up. Really, really bad. Hey Jeff, how are you? I saw that we had somebody else. Who else? Willie was here. Bees Legos, what's happening? So we are skipping Mold King. We're going to be going right into our Lumibricks. Now this is a Ranger camp, and this is a small 500 piece build. I think I have it set up. I was kind of doing some things ahead of time, and I believe I have it set up as a 2-day. So if we go through bags 1 and 2, that should give us everything from the base, so we can make sure it fits to here, and the main tent. Now that won't be the tree, it won't be the decorative stuff, the cart, nor the fire and all that. But you know, we'll get it. Hey, oh dang, it was second today. What's up, Kobe? What's happening, my man? All right, so we're going to be building the Ranger camp. Now, the reason why I'm excited about this is because I decided, in my infinite nerdy wisdom, to go ahead and start building this sort of mock presentation that has a tree and it's got a corpse. And these are the Lumibrick people here, and I've got some Hopstiller troops over there. But then I took one of my old Fun Hole entry gifts and I put a torch in there. So I've got a torch that lights up this area. So the camp should light up, this should light up, and then we've got ruins over here. So it'd be like the ruins of Dol Dorgor, the areas of the Witch King. So I've got some pieces that are coming in from the AliEx that is going to be like little mushrooms and stumps and things like that to kind of litter in there. It said not much, just chilling. Man, that's the best. Chilling on a Saturday. I'm not done with work, but I'm done with having students this year. So like right now, I'm like figuring out how to regulate my brain, how to kind of get back so I'm out of burnout, and I could just figure things out. So I'm going to build today because that's what I really want to do. That's what I really want to do. It's really chilly and rainy here. Man, here's the thing. I went walking the dog, and I have been I have been on such a Lord of the Rings kick lately. It's like I'm dusted off my Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, and then I couldn't find my Silmarillion. And so I was like, well, I'll have to, and it was a paperback, so I was like, I need to replace it anyway. So I was looking at some leather hardbound that's got gold leafing, so it'll match like my Hobbit and my Lord of the Rings. But I have been just sitting down wanting to read those and go back and exploring the lore of everything, and it has to do with having this set for some odd reason. Hey, Click and Cliff, what's up? Yo! he's on my other stream here. So I watched, man, Jeff, you've watched my live for 400 minutes. Do you know that? And it's really cold in your house today. Guys. Alright, so I've gone ahead and I've put together the 2 minifigs. So we've got this guy here he's all bandaged up. He's going to be going in the cart. And then we've got this lady here, which is a herbal healer right there. And I was afraid that I was missing her cape because it did not come in bag F. And I was like, wait a second. Come to find out, it was in the back of this. Now, what's cool about this one is instead of us getting a black CR 2025 case, we have it in brown. So it's like a brown. Hey, Matt, what's happening? So we've got, I've already tested, lights and everything seem to work. We only have that one strand, so it's not that big of a deal. But we'll go ahead and we'll get all of bag 1 open and we'll start building this bad boy. Because my biggest thing right now is I've got this whole base here set up, but I have no idea if it's actually, I thought I stud counted enough, but I could very well be wrong in my counting. So I'm hoping that my count is correct. And I made this specifically how I needed. Fingers crossed, right? Absolute fingers crossed on this. Alright, so not a lot in bag 1. Doesn't need to be. We got S, which is this, and this is a, let's see, 4. So 16 by 16. We know it's 16 by 16 because 4 times 4 is 16. And then this is a perfect square, 90-degree angles on each side. All sides are equal. So 16 by 16. This would technically be 1/4 of a base plate. I love my math, man. Math is like that universal language. I absolutely love it. Can't go anywhere without it. And it's weird because I remember in school, like I did great at math, but when it came to algebra, I struggled with certain areas of algebra. And I'm not quite, to this day, I'm not quite sure why, but I think it might have been my teacher. Because when I started with algebraic reasoning in the very beginning, before I got into like algebra 1, algebra 2, like I succeeded in a lot of areas of math. I enjoy math quite a bit. As a matter of fact, at one point in my teaching career, I actually taught math. Yeah. Believe it or not, huh? I taught math, but for the group that I had, they did not seem to enjoy it that much. So I don't know if I'd want to go back to that tattoo. Yeah, my chart tattoo, it's one of those that so far when I have shown, like when some people have asked and they have asked what it is and I've shown them, I either get 1 or 2 responses, like that is really cool, or that is absolutely the nerdiest thing I've ever seen, or you must really like Lego. I'm like, yes, I love building blocks and engineering. As a matter of fact, I was telling my wife, there's a shirt that I wanted to get it's got like Lego pieces on it. It says, "Trust me, I'm an engineer." And she goes, okay. She goes, I might go ahead and tell you to go get that. Because it's just nerdy enough to be exactly one of those things that kind of explains what's going on in my head sometimes. All is true? Yeah, absolutely. Positively. I'm trying to remember what that was from. Alright, so we got our 2x6, a 2x8, and then we got 2 of these 2x4 jumper plates. So again, jumper plates, you remember, it's got the tile that would go in between where all the studs are. It's going to kind of jump 1/2 of a space over. Put those there, and then I'm going to go and press all this in. There's going to come a point when my hands are not going to work well enough. And yeah, I'm going to have to get one of those little hammers. How much did that set cost? Man, this set is one of their, it's not an entry set, but it was like one of their lower price. I think on the site it's like, normally it's 35, so like 34 or so. And then I wanted to say they have a sale going on now on the Rainforest site that puts it at about $29. I did mine, when I got mine, I had a 10% off coupon. I got it for, it was like 31. If I could have saved a couple extra bucks, I'd have been like even more excited. But I also, at the time, I didn't know, because it looked like they were selling out. So I nabbed it as soon as I could. But they have stock up for a while. They've got a big sale going on. So it is definitely, so far. I'm thinking this one's going to be kind of cool. But I got to build it first. And again, always, if you're thinking about it, I've got links and stuff in my bio. Definitely go check them out. But right now, I'm going to build this guy. Okay, I really like the the cabin waterfall set. Yeah. Oh, you're doing the White House right now. So, is that like a miniature build of the White House? And hey, even though I know you, I'm just gonna call you Doc Evil. Will that work? And when I go to visit, if I see you out in our hometown, I'm still gonna call you Doc Evil. I love that name, man. Dude, that's awesome name. Let's see, 2x10. Let's see, 5, 5, 1, a 1x10, a 1x6, and a 2x4 slanted plate. We yeah. If anyone knows, I know your real name. Known you forever, man. I was gonna say, I know, I don't know, like, when I'm making it back around to my hometown. Now, my parents were asking about photos at one point, so I kind of see what they're asking. But yeah, we I think this year, because we usually go like one place, I think we're going back to Port Arthur. And it's near Corpus Christi. Oh, love that place. Absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite places to go. And my family, the Greek side of my family, that's where they settled many years ago. Well, I say many years ago. It's back in the 1930s. That's actually where they settled. So I'm still trying to go and explore all those old grounds where they were at and try to figure out where the family restaurant was and where all that stuff is. I'm building the forge house, the Middle Ages forge house. So that's on my list. So I actually want to get the blacksmith house, and I also want to get the forge house. I saw that the other day and was like, I have a feeling I'd love that. And I actually I have been wanting to do it for years. One of my old work buddies, he was trying to get me to go hang out with him at his ranch, because he had built a blacksmithing forge, and I wanted to go and learn how to do blacksmithing and learn how to create like knives and do metal forging. He said it's really fun. It looks like a great build. It's one of those where it looks absolutely beautiful. All right, let's see here. That's going to turn this way. I see. That's going to go right here. Interestingly enough, there's nothing to hold right there, but I guess we're going to be putting something there. Ooh, that's going to be cutting it really close. I might have to move some things, but yeah. Let's see. Ricky. Hey, Ricky, what's up? The Gifted, how are you? Zimbody, what's up? Zeppa, hey. My only issue with those sets is there's only 8 bags, but multiple bags within each. Yeah, I know, and that's kind of like, that's how they set them up. And I think they do it, so what I've started to notice with Lumi is when you get those bags, it's oftentimes, it'll be like a set of small parts instead of big parts. So normally when I'm doing the bags, if I get 2 bags, I put one on one thing, one on the other, and then they might have like medium-sized parts. I think they do that as kind of a sorting measure. At least that's what I'm hoping is going on, because that's how I've been treating it as of lately. All right. So let's see. I've got a flash goal. Let's see what this flash goal is. We'll start it. We'll see what they have. We'll pin it. There we go. I'm still not sure about all these flash goals. It's like I don't know what to do. Hey Mick, what's happening? Like you make it. Let's see. After I get off, I'm gonna hit targets. Ooh, okay. It's the other sets that you build compatible with Lego. Is it the builder? So I know that there's some. I need to go back and get another medieval builder kit because I need more shields and stuff. Especially because I'm gonna be doing the ruins of Osgiliath at one point, and so I want to have like extra shields, swords, things like that to lay around. Like you make it more bags. Yeah, and I think, well, again, I think they do that with having more bags to separate the parts, so it's not. I'm trying to see if I can make it make sense on that level. So it's more like they separate them. Wait, hold on, I'm on the wrong side here. I'm gonna come back over this way. No, this way. Hold on. I am all over the place. I'm going to take this off, and I got to go back and look at something. Give me a second, everybody. Boom, and boom. Okay, so this is where it needs to be. Okay, so this shall go. Ah, I see what I did. I put it in the wrong spot. This lines up over here. This one goes here. That's why I was like, man, nothing's fitting. It's like, that's unusual for something from Lumi to not fit. But that's why. Okay. Let's see. I got distracted. Totally. On Timo, they had Robot. Whoa! Yeah, there are some pretty cool things on the Shop Like a Billionaire site. I picked up another off-brand piece the other day. It was $20, and I'm waiting for that one to come in. But I want that one to be a surprise right now. That's I don't do a lot of steampunk. But because I have this guy that I had from the old series, and then I picked her up from the new series. I was like, I wanted to get them something that they can interact with. And one of the steampunk sets that I wanted to get from Lumi's is retired now, so it's like I can't do it. The Batman tumbler is only online Target. So I do have the Batman tumbler was given to me by Tony X, and I have not put it together yet because I was kind of waiting to put it together with him. But maybe if he's like, don't worry about it, if you get it, maybe we can build it together. That'd be kind of cool. Set up a day to do it. All right, and then let's see. I got the off-brand Kermit the Frog. Nice. I had to see the pictures of the Kermit the Frog. I want to see that one. Okay, so here we're gonna pop that onto there. Boom. All right, and I think by the time we're gonna test this, we're gonna put it up here. Once we're done, we're gonna see just how tight of a fit that's gonna be. I have lots of different plates in there, and I might pull some of these plates up when we put the set on there, and that's just because I don't need all of this to clutch down the same, and I want to save some of these brown plates for another mock that I'm wanting to do. So depending when I'm done, that might be one of those where it's like I'm gonna pull some of this up. Some of it is for twofold. Some of it's not to get plate pull, so it doesn't pull everything up, and the other part is to save some plates. I'll send it. He has the banjo and the mic stand. So is it like a figure probably about yay big, or I'll have to, like I said, like send me a pic of it because I want to see what it looks like. All right, so down to our last few pieces. Boom, boom. And this is going here. That's going right here. Lock it, clock it into space. And then this and this. So we got 1 and 2. Press all this down, make sure it's all nice and tight. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a pull to it. If you look, it's just a little slanted. That's not too bad. And then we're down here, so we need 1 goes here, the other goes right here, and then we've got 1 of these left over. So I guess we're not doing anything with this yet. I'm gonna put it right on the end. I don't necessarily want to lose it, so I'm gonna put it right there. Okay. All right, here we go. So this is the front where the tent is. Yes. Okay. So let's test this real quick and see if we have room for this, right? It's going pretty good, my man. I saw that you were on the other live as well. Thank you. I'm looking to see if this.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, what's up?
What setting do I turn the stove on for grilled cheese?
For grilled cheese, it would be 3 or 4. Yeah, you don't want it to be too high. So look, that would fit in right there. So if you were looking at it, this would be the tent, the tree here, and all I have to do is I've got to move 1 stud. I can do that real quick. Move 1 stud. I'll actually put it over here. Move. Where's there they are, my tweezers. Pick it up by the stud here, put it right there, boom. And then I've got to move this one back 1 set of studs. Make sure it still kicks on. Yeah, look at there. And then this. It's beautiful. I might start crying. It's so beautiful. Look at that. Like it fits right in there all the way up to this point. I mean, I could move it up 1, but it's like, honestly, like that is right where I want it. So we could have the card over here, and I might, add a little bit here to bring this up, and I've got stones that are ordered that I can put in here as well that might carry from this area down, but that'll fit right in there. Man, that is solid. Oh, I'm digging this already. Absolutely digging this. I'm gonna like this one. And again, this is the first Middle Ages set that I have. So I'm kind of like, well, I didn't want to get too many more, but this is pretty cool. Hey, Colvin. Hey, Hooper. Okay, so we're gonna place that there. We're now on bag 2. Bag 2. Hey, Noah, how are you? So we got 1 and 2. Honestly, this might be one of those that's done in a day, to be quite honest. This is not like a lot. We've only been here for like 30 minutes, and the base plate's already done. This is not as cumbersome as I thought, which is okay. It's okay. We don't need it to be too crazy. So Cliff, did you see? Okay, you sent it to me. I'm gonna go check it out. Doc Evil sent me some pictures of the Kermit the Frog, and he was looking at What was it? It was a which mech was it from? Oh my god, is it BattleTech? I think so. Yeah, he's got some things he's been looking at online, and I ordered a couple of things that were just like, I ordered some parts for this set because I needed some 1x1 Robotech. That's what it is. I needed some 1x1s and 2x2 round tiles like this in gray. So I've got gray, tan, and dark gray, and that'll help the stone pather here. I also ordered a kit that's got some extra stumps and mushrooms, like printed mushrooms, to replace those 1x1 disc tiles. And then I ordered some pieces, so I've got an off-brand knockoff Nazgul. It's a Nazgul on Fellbeast, or their Carrion. Carrion being that it ate the dead, and it's also a dragon, but I'm waiting on that to come in, and then I went ahead and picked up a Frodo and a Samwise, and it comes with a Golem apparently. I ordered another Frodo because I wasn't sure it had the head that I needed, but I am basically wanting to recreate the scene from the Two Towers where Frodo's offering the ring to the Nazgul and the Fellbeast at Gilead. So I picked up, I think it was a Faramir, a Boromir, which I'm gonna pull parts from to create like another Ranger, and Golem the ring, and then one of the extra Frodos I picked up has a tranced head, so it's got like his eyes are white, and so I'm gonna have him holding it. And then I pulled a couple of cloaks and a backpack for Samwise, so I'm gonna see if I can't recreate that and maybe pull some things for like torches. Let's see. I missed some things. Send it to me here, Robotech. It's the big ship that oh, okay. That Foldrats were taken out when they were leaving Earth. Yeah. How do I remember this? Man, I don't, because we love this stuff. Aren't they all going to be at DallasCon? I'm not sure. Here's the thing. I'm actually not going to DallasCon this year. Normally I go every year, and this year I am not. Some of it has to do with money. They have just gotten so pricey for so long. The other part is when they are here, I believe I have training that I have to do. So I've got work that I got to do, so I won't be able to attend the whole time. So it's like I don't really want to buy tickets, because I usually get the not the VIP pass, but like the all access pass. And this year I would be missing out probably a couple days of it. So I was like, nah, I might not. Maybe this is not my year. So I'm upset about it, but I kind of get it. All right, let's see. Whew, drop my part. Just looking to see what it is. I missed something. I just want to go for Alec Baldwin and Mel Gibson. Yeah, and here's the thing. I'd love to go and meet Mel Gibson. Hey, Rudy, what's happening? I'd love to meet Mel Gibson, but I mean, I know cost-wise, like, here's the thing. The one year I went crazy and I was able to get like 1, 2, 3. I was able to get like an autograph and a picture pack, and it was for Adam Savage, because I am a big Adam Savage fan, and I had him sign one of my props. So I got a signature, and then I got a picture with him, and then I got like the kind of 5-minute time to get to talk to him. I'm good, man. We're talking about the Dallas Con that's coming up, and I'm actually, this is first year in a while that I'm not going to be going, but a lot of it has to do with cost. Like, I just can't afford it anymore. And I still have work during that time too, so it's like I would be missing out on so much of it. So it's like there's kind of like Might not be my year this year. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. I'm gonna look in here and see if it's in here. It seems like I am missing a 1x2 round plate Technic bars. Let's see if they have. Let's see if maybe it's in here. Does it say if it's going to be? Yeah, it says also F. So let's take a look. F and 2F and then these. So maybe it's in here. I'm hoping it's in here. Hey everybody, I see I got some new people in. The Lord of Best, what's up? Oh no. Oh, I'm not seeing it here. There's one other place I can look. Sometimes I've had these plates attached to other things, and it is calling for a 2x2 or 1x2 round. Doesn't look like it. All right, let's see if I can find. I know I've got some around here somewhere. Nope, not in that one. I bet you there's probably one in here. Gonna say, I know I didn't use them all, so I have a feeling it's probably in here. Where? Who knows? So this is every once in a while I will get a set, and honestly, most of the time when I'm missing a part from one of my Lumi sets, it usually is from I get it off of the Rainforest site. But this one is missing. There's one right there. Boom. Same color too. So I'll have to reach out to Lucas and get that replaced. Haha. That's what was missing. So, yeah. What's up, Brick Trucker? So, where were we? We were talking about Fan Expo and Dallas Comic Con and all that, weren't we? So yeah, this year, it's again, it seems kind of weird. Because normally I go, but I just can't afford it. Man, not much. I am putting together the Lumibricks Ranger Camp. This is one that I have been looking forward to, and we've already tested the base plate to this, and it's gonna fit in chef's kiss smoothly. Like, I moved 2 pieces over, but let me just go ahead and say, my counting skills and math skills are impeccable, right? No, they're really not. But I did like, I went through the book and I stud counted where everything was. So that way it's like, all right, when I put this in, I want to be able to just transfer it, put it right in there. And so I went out of my way to count and get everything set so I knew exactly where it was. Huh. You know what? This is my second piece that's missing. So let's go back. Do you know how many times I've done that? Check my bags, right? Yes. I opened up 2 bags. What I didn't check is that for bag number 2, it's 3 bags. There's a large, medium, small, and then a teeny tiny. So that's where my parts are. You know, it wouldn't be at this point, and this seems to be ongoing. It wouldn't be a Lumibricks build if I didn't have this issue where I start blaming them for things. I'm like, oh, they forgot my bags, they forgot this, and then I look and I'm like, nope, it's there. Your boy ain't paying attention. Ongoing. I should be fired for this. All right, 1, 2, 3 of these. You were fixing to miss a lot of parts. I know, right? Yeah, and all of it's small parts. It'd be like, well, I don't have this or this or this. It's all in the bag. Usually, if I miss one part, it's like, okay. If I end up missing, like, all of a sudden I've got 2 parts, I'm like, wait a second. And then 3, and I'm like, okay, yeah. I have totally missed something here, and I bet it is exactly what it was. I left a bag in the box. We've all been there. Yeah, I know we have. We've all been there, but when you do it on live, it's like, whoops. Hopefully they're not watching. They're like, give us a bad name. Constantly, you're the one constantly forgetting the bags in the box. Honestly, I doubt that they care. But still, it's like, man. Alright, so we got a 1x1 by 1x2 bracket, a 1x1 brick, and a 1x1 plate. We got lots of people in. How are you all? I'm seeing like there's like Fire Spirit's a cool name. I'm having a hard time. Derek, Jay, what's happening, everybody? So, what's everybody's plans today? You got anything crazy going on? I know, Jeff, you said it's raining cold where you're at. That'd be the perfect time to sit in and watch a movie, either Lord of the Rings or one of the Hobbit movies. I still haven't made it through working. You're working as usual? Yeah. Man, do you ever get time away from work? It's like usually when you're on, I talk to you, you're usually working. It makes me kind of sad in my heart. I want you to be able to build and hang out. But at the same time, you have to afford that hobby of yours. And we all got to afford that hobby of ours. Whoosh. All right, let's see. It's going to go here, right here, and then right here. So we're building up this back side of the tent right here every Sunday and Monday. Oh, so every Sunday and Monday you have off. When I was looking at when I was apprenticing at a tattoo shop, that was their thing, is it was Sundays and Mondays that we had off. And that's kind of a standard for tattoo shops. But I did not finish my apprenticeship. Not at all. It was the hours that they were requesting, and the fact that we just had a baby. I was like, I couldn't get through it. Correct? Yeah. Just could not get through it. All right, so interestingly enough, so this is the tent, right? But it's going to be a very thick wall. Now, when we did the tent from Lumibricks, that was the circus tent. It felt a little more empty inside, but this is going to be more squared off. So this is all fabric per se, but it's going to be a lot smaller space in there. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. All right, we need 1, 2, and then looks like 1 and 2 of these yellow pieces. Pop that on. I've got some orange ones, but I think that is specifically for something. Yeah, it's for something else. So 1 and 2. George, how are you? River, what's up? Vic, hey. Hellbilly, how are you? Okay, so this is going right in here. We're going 1 back, and this is supposed to fit outwards. So 1 and 2. So kind of like that right there. Okay. When when I had to take testing on my brain patterns and stuff, and when I did, I found spatially, it's kind of interesting because I do enjoy Lego quite a bit, but when it came to pattern recognition and spatial qualities, I was very high, very, very high. So I was like, that's my bragging rights right there. When it came to communication and was it communication and social recognition, I came in really low. Yikes, huh? Hey Jaeger, what's happening? Griff, Froggy, how are you? Oh man. Alright, so yeah, I came in really low when it came to the social reasoning. And that explains quite a bit. Alright, so now we got a 2x4, or no, 1x4 snot brick, 1x6 in green, 1x6 in beige, and 2 1x1 snots. And kind of weirdly enough that we're lining them up here. I guess we're creating it's like a tent slip that's going to be going down. Hey Turbo, what's happening? That's going to go on top. And then we're going to be putting these 1x2 curved bricks on there. 2 and 3 to create this nice tent entrance that's going to go right there. So already out the gate, that's looking pretty good. Like I said, look at that. That's going to fit right into there. Man, that's going to look awesome. Awesome. I love it. Yeah, because one end of the tent will go right out to the ruins. Back side of the tent will be closed off, and there's a tree over there. So we'll have, like, the way that it was set up, the way I thought this out and this out, I think is, like, I didn't think this out. Let me rephrase that. The way this is built and the way I planned that, I think is going to work perfectly for what we want. I scored bad in the following instructions. Is it like following any instructions? Because you do a lot of builds though. That's the thing, is like, are you saying you scored bad in following like the instructions on building blocks as well? Now I'm trying to decide if you're razzing me or if you're like, no, seriously. I struggled in following directions and be like, oh man, this guy's laughing at me and he didn't even know. Yes, as a kid, yeah. I mean, when I remember when I was a kid, my parents had sent me to I was supposed to be in like the gifted and talented, and they sent me to it was this testing thing to go and do this gifted talented test with all these other kids. And I remember this girl I used to know, Jamie, was there. I'm not going to give her last name, just Jamie. And I think like Robert, some other people I knew from my school. And then there were other kids I didn't know that were all there. Seriously? What do you mean seriously? Oh, seriously? Okay, seriously, yes. And at this school at this testing they sent me there, and I was very uncomfortable. And I ended up they sat me behind this girl, Jamie, and I had a little bit of a crush on her at the time, and so I did not actually focus on my test, but instead sat there and stared at her hair in amazement, and ended up failing the test. And my dad, I remember he was mad about it. He's like, what is going on? Like, why would you fail this test? It's an easy test for you. I don't get it. And I told him, I was like, so and so was in front of me and I couldn't concentrate, and he got mad. But I did not end up going into that program. I had moderate ADHD when I was younger. Well, I've never trying to think of how to put this without revealing too much, but um, I was always on the gifted and talented to an extent. I always took like the what do you call it, like the master's levels, or the high level courses, the honors courses and such. And for the most part, I did well until there was problems with disruption, and I never understood why. And my dad, he just says, because I caught up in all this other stuff, I wasn't paying attention, and I was rebellious, and et cetera, et cetera. And I took a test recently and found out that there's reasoning behind it. And yeah, I just never knew. Something kind of like ADHD in a way. All right, check this out. Looky there. It says herba, so we got a nice herbal thing here. One of my really good friends I grew up with, he had ADHD when he was a kid. I mean, he still does now, but he has it kind of under control. But as a kid, we would work to make sure that we kept him away from certain sugars and stuff, because he would spiral. Like, we had a birthday party one year for one of my buddies, and he he went to it, and we didn't keep an eye on him, and he ended up having handfuls of cake, and I mean, he went wild. I don't think I've ever seen him go quite that crazy. At one point, he was crawling out of the window, out onto the grass, and was wriggling around like a beach well. It was very, very weird. It was very weird. Want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't want to do this. Give me some music here. There you go. So, when you say moderate, how bad was it? Like, just moderate, like it was. Did you ever have to take medication for it, or was it just straight up, or was it straight up like you had to take medication and get counseling? Okay, so I'm going to place that one here. This one here, I'm just kind of moseying these into space. I took Ritalin till I was 14. Okay, yeah. Yep. Yep. I have remained, for the most part, undiagnosed for years, until it started to become a problem of here recently. And then I went to go get testing done, and I found out some things that were going on. Just learned how to deal with it. Yeah. Well, and right now, like, for the most part, I'd say I never really had an issue until again here recently. I've been struggling really hard this year, more so than any other year I've really ever dealt with. And it's not ADHD. Um, it can have attention deficit problems depending on regulation. And the problem is now that I know what it is and I know more, it has almost become more increasingly difficult because now it's kind of not redefining who I am, but it's now that I understand certain things that I do, and it's obvious, it has become an issue on if those things that are obvious to me are basically going to cause issues. It's really hard to explain. I want to say it, but I don't, because I know that there's a lot of there's a lot of stigma behind it. So yeah. Hey DLZ, how are you? Maybe one day I'll feel good enough to talk about and explain it. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still learning a lot about it myself. A lot of things I don't think I quite understand or understood about it. So, yeah, completely understand. Yeah, it's in due time, and when I tell you, like when I decide, I'll actually, say it. I think for me right now, the biggest thing is I'm kind of wanting to understand more about it, because there's certain things like the people I'm working with, they're wanting to put me under medications, and technically what I have, medications aren't going to do anything, and so it's kind of like one of those things where I'm like, what set am I working on? Glad you asked. I am working here. Let me toss it in. Boom. I'm working on the Lumibricks. This is the Middle Ages Ranger Camp. And I have been stoked about this because I started making let me move these things so you can kind of see. I started making a base plate for it days ago. And there we go. I took some of my old Lumibricks parts, and I built this tree up. I had some stuff from Builder, and then some figures from Mills Blocks, including that little frog from the minifig club that I got. And I've got a torch in there that lights up. But this should fit right in there. And so I'll have a tent with a tree, and then a tree and some ruins, and then hopstillers, a corpse over there, a little pond. So this is going to be my big mock that I'm wanting to do. Let's see. Nice. I do a lot of Star Wars and Marvel sets myself. Nice. I found out the other day, and I'm trying to remember the guy's name, but I had picked up the was it the Ghost Rider set that came with Spider-Man, and I found out like one of the downward Technic pins was set up so you could stick it on the side of was it the, oh man, what is the name of that newspaper that Peter Parker worked at? I can't remember. It's the Daily Bugle. Yeah, so he's got there. Yeah, the Daily Bugle. Do I have the Willy Wonka set? No. I looked into it, and I was really debating it, and I'm like, I don't know. It's something that I looked at, and I was like, I kind of wanted to build it, but at the same time, I was just kind of thrown off because it wasn't modular. But it's that would be kind of hard to make a full modular set out of that, just because there's so much in that one room. But it was something I'd looked at a few times, and it crossed my mind, but I was like, it's not really my jam. What, have you built it yet? And I'm gonna see who wrote that. Let's see. Hey, Jen. Skywalker. Have you built it yet? Alright, so we got 1 here. Put that right across there. 2 and 3, and I think we're building. I'm wondering if this is we're building a chair. One thing I do like about Lumibricks, man, they've got some interesting way that they build stuff. I guess this is either a chair or like some sort of bed. I think it might be like a recovery bed. Alright, so let's go 1, and then 1 and 2 of our 1x2s. Boom, boom. And 1 of these. I was looking to see if anything else had been written. Boom, and boom. Gonna pop that on. Nice. Yeah, it's like a little recovery bed. And then we're going to be doubling these up. So we've got 8. So it looks like regular studs, and then we have some that are the floral studs. So we just need 8 of our regular 1x1 round plates. 2. And these are regular. They don't even have Technic holes in them. That's how regular they are. They're so regular, they get their fiber every morning. That's how regular these pieces are. That's how we want them. I make that joke, and then I'm looking at it, and it's also in brown. And it's now starting to freak me out, where I'm looking at it, I'm like, no! Because my cochlophobia is definitely kicking up right now. Let's see. Oh, I missed some stuff. I have so many big sets to build. Willy Wonka, Home Alone, Jaws, Stranger Things, Twilight, and Jack Sparrow's ship. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've heard oh my goodness, I'm forgetting his ship right now. The Black Pearl is an incredible build. But I also hear that it's also it becomes difficult, and you want to make sure you have a lot of light, because all of those black pieces and figuring out where they go starts to get you start to lose it in the middle of the build. I do not have the Home Alone house. Oh yes, the Skywalker has a Home Alone house. Yeah, no, the Home Alone house I came across one time at my local minifig bricks. And I was looking at it. I was like, that could actually be kind of a cool build. But I did not get it. Okay, so this is going to go right here, it looks like. And that's going to kick back there. I think, just like that. I'm making sure that's on the right. No, that is not right. Okay. Put these back on. I have been missing today on stud counting, so. Hey, Lego City fan, how are you? Alright. So, let's go back over here. I'm going to pull this one up right here. Boom. This is going to go back 1. So that should go right here. And then that should go back 1 more there. Okay. Yeah, this one apparently has a lot of extra lead wire in it, which is okay. I've had some where the lead wire is very, very, very short, and that becomes an issue over time. Let's go in there, and now we're doing 1 and 2 with the pockmarks forward. 1 and 2. And now we're putting this in. Hey Caitlin, how are you? Let's see. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. So you still have I'm still on so you do have the Home Alone house. Okay. Yeah, for me, we're big builds. I've got most of my big builds, besides for the BB TayRayGun, the hardware store. A lot of my big builds are all through Lumi. I don't know if I have any gigantic Lego ones. Most of my Legos are going to be like medium alpha sets. I've got some of the bigger sets in like the Minecraft series, but I'm also working on a mock on that one. I want to do a Mills plate that's got the tunnels and the nether. and then the end portal kind of on the other side. I want it so I can like switch it around, and then I'll have desert into grassland into Pale Garden into Taiga, kind of built up that way. So I've been working on that. Hey Gary, how are you? Okay, everything's still working, and now we've got that set up. Am I correct? No, I'm still not correct. That one goes right there. Alrighty. And on to 52. We're going across here. So that's why they have us doing that. So we're going across here, and then we need one of these 2x2 curved one plate stepped tiles. Going right up here. And that should hold that into place. Everything's still working? Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Man, this is gonna be cool. And apparently you can take this out. So I might be taking this out at some point, setting it out there for display. Like I still have to shoot videos of it and things like that. But I'm liking this. A little off though when it comes to stud counting, but that honestly is probably me today more than anything else. And I say that because I feel like my brain's spiraling. Okay, so we've got a cup right there. Don't pull a me and break your wires. Oh man. So I will say, don't pull you and break the wires, huh? I had an incident. So I got I'm gonna pull this real quick. I got a set one time that had so hold on, let me put this in, move that wire, and then I'll chit chat because you know how I am. I'll pull this up right here. There we go. I'm gonna give it a little bit more slack over there. Boom. Everything working? Good. So there was one time I was building that cyber garage that I had that had multiple levels. And my mother-in-law had gotten me, it was a light kit that had, it was like the brick plates on it and it had like LEDs in it. And I was like, I'll use this so I can light each floor. So I rebuilt a lot of it, and I was building it to where it would set up, and you could do like each floor had its own like kind of fluorescent parking garage sort of light and everything. And I miscalculated something, and I set a brick down, and it pulled the lead wire out of the light. And it was one of those that the way it was set up, that if one went out, all of them stopped working. And so I had to pull all my old prowess figuring out, like, all right, where's the wire, where is it disconnected? And finally found it. And when I did, I had to take my old soldering skills and kind of go back into old school electronic soldering, and I haven't done that in years. And I was quite surprised I could still do it. Very quite surprised I could still do it. So we have, this might be a little bit of a problem. Okay. So let's pull this up. Okay, so one of the things I noticed is this is only held by one set of two studs in the back. Usually not that big of a deal, except if something presses up against it, like these pieces right up here on the end, pull that back, then that is going to push this out of place. So I would need to use my finger to hold that all into place. There we go. It's like old Christmas string lights when that goes out and they all go out. Yep, it was exactly like that. And I mean, at first, you know, because it's built into the thing at this point. Like I've already like put plates and tiles down. I use jumper plates and plates to hold things down. And so I'm like having to test each one. I'm like, where is it? And I finally get up to the top and I see it was like one little wire sticking out. I'm like, there we go. So I had to pull it, and I had to pull half of the build down. So I had to pull all the tiles and plates holding it up, disconnect things, and then take those pieces off. And I had to solder it with the I had to solder it with the build here, soldering station right here. So I'm like right next to my bricks with this hot iron, and I had, I have my safety hands holding it up, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like with my glasses on the end, I'm like kind of like soldering this one teeny tiny wire back in, and I almost did not think I could make it. And at this point, I got it all fixed. I was like, yes, got it up. It's in the city. It's placed where it needs to be. And now it doesn't want to turn on because there's a short in the USB portion. And in order to get that out, I've got to undo all the stuff in the city to do it. So I'm just kind of like, well, until I get it moved, I'm not going to worry about it. This poor light kit has been the bane of my existence. So what's your story? How did you rip out a wire? This I gotta hear, Brick Trucker. You know what? I'll fix it in time, man. I try not to let it get the best of me, and it's one of those. It's like I like the kit, but I might go back and look for a different kit, throw that one away, and rebuild the structure so it holds up a little bit better. Because again, I like the look of those lights and the way, like I even have them set up to where like the front where it says car or parking garage or car parking is all lit up as well. Like I love like the way everything is set up. However, the kit that I have is not very good, and I'm trying to remember which kit it is, because I would definitely go and review it, and I'd probably review it in the negative, because it's not it seems like it would be a good kit, but it's not. It's really not. Disconnecting the plug from one of the boards pulled the wire out of the plug. Oh no. Yeah. When I worked on, and I reached out to Lucas. I was working on the cheese house. I love that cheese house. I have it back there. When I get a chance to pull it out, once I build shelves, I'm going to display it out. But I was moving the cheese house, and the way that they have the battery pack, it's so heavy on the side of the house. I was kind of moving it, and the battery pack fell off because of the studs, and it ripped the cord out of like one of the main pieces that went up to the router. So I had to contact them, and they replaced the whole thing. They're like, yeah, no, we got you. So did you ever contact them? Was it Lumi? Because I will say this, man, they are good on their customer service. They are amazing. Alright, this is going to be going right here. This is going one down. Boom. So kind of like that. Yep, and that's it. And then this is going to be pairing up right over here. Going one stud down, just like that. Man, that's a cool looking tent. Yes, they sent me a new light kit. Yeah, new light set. That's the thing. Like, they are, man, I still don't. There are times when I don't understand when people are like, no, man, I can never get behind them. Like, dude, they are now becoming like they're starting to become, and I'm seeing it in price too, but they're starting to become a bit of the primo brand here, because they definitely, not only do they have amazing customer service, but their kits and stuff are just, I'm loving these sets. And I'm looking at the Forge House, even though I shouldn't. Now, someone was asking me about the Ranger Outpost, or the Ranger, the Force Outpost, I think is what it's called. and I don't think I'm looking at that, but there was looking at the Middle Ages mill, and then the other was the forge. But I want to get the forge, and I want to get the blacksmith, and out of the Old West, I also want to get the carpentry station. So the forge is Middle Ages. That's basically the blacksmith. The carpentry station, or the carpentry, is Old West, and they don't have anything carpentry wise, I think, for the Middle Ages stuff. But I want to get those kits. Hey, blue collar, what's happening? My biggest thing is the forge, because I'm wanting to learn blacksmithing, and both the carpentry and the blacksmith for Old West, because again, I'm wanting to learn blacksmithing, but then I also do carpentry work. So for me, it's like, man, that's like dead on with exactly the sort of things I love. The only other thing I would say is eventually, if they do in the Street Fusion, if they do a tattoo shop, I will probably have to grab the tattoo shop as well, because of my experience with working and apprenticing in a tattoo shop. So when sometimes I'll tell my students that, and they're like, "You worked at a tattoo shop?" I'm like, yeah, man. It's like, I apprenticed there. I have a whole portfolio. And so my portfolio we had to do in colored pencil, and we had to use Prismacolor. So that way, whenever we were choosing our inks, because we use Starlight inks, and Starlight inks match up with a color code to Prismacolor, so you know what is what. And there. I only want, let's see. I only want right now is the garden cottage and the police station. Ooh, yeah. That garden cottage looks great. Like, I was kind of surprised. The police station, I love their, I think I want to get the, was it the police van, the flying police van? Like, I do want to pick that up from Cyberpunk. But, I don't know. The police station, I think I need to see more about it. I was not the biggest fan of the design, and I think for me, police station wise, I don't know if I'd want a Cyberpunk police station, or if I'd want more like a Street Fusion police station. Hey, Bearded, what's up? Hey, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Bearded, you doing good today? Alright, so we've got another L plate and then a 1x4. So we're going to be going over here. And then we're just putting a few studs here, so that way the top of this tent will pop off. And there we go. Now, I know that it had it to where, like, the herbalist piece was out. I'm going to be kind of wary about that, because this portion is covered up here by the cabinet, and I think eventually I'm probably going to move it out over here somewhere, because I want it to kind of work over there. I might even put like jumper plates to turn it kind of sideways, but we're not there quite yet. So instead, I'm going to focus on the build, and then after a review it, I'll probably be rebuilding some stuff. Hey! Oh, hey, thank you for the press start. Big move. Man, thank you. So are you doing good today? I have been seeing I'm trying to remember what you posted the other day that was cracking me up about it was about whipping out your Lego set and showing it off to everybody. But obviously done in a different way. And at first I was like, whoa, I was like, this is unusual for you. And then I was like, oh, I get it. I'm paying attention. I see it now. Oh man, it had me cracking up. Absolutely cracking up. Usually when my kid has friends over, they walk in, and my little Lego city is kind of over on the side, and that's usually the first place they will see that and beeline across the room. They're like, oh, what's this? And then my kid's like, hey, don't touch it. It's my dad's. Don't do it. For some of the kids, they're like, oh, okay. Some of them, it's like, no, we gotta really let you know. Few times I've had to put up. I've got little signs made that says, "Keep your stinking paws off my Legos." I have some different posts sometimes. Yeah. Well, when I was listening to the guy and listening to what was said, I was like, whoa, like, wait a minute. And then I was like, okay, I get it now. I get it. It just threw me off. Now, interesting enough, this says that there's 4. Oh, I see. We're doing 1 for each side, so that's what's going on. All right, let me go ahead and make these. These are wanting to roll off my table, and I really don't have the patience to find number 4 bars on the floor right now. even though this place is rather clean. The place has gotten a little bit cleaner, but it's like I don't think I have that patience. And I'm wearing short shorts, so I'm not sure you all want to have to see that. I try to make it PGist. That's what I'm trying to do too. Which sometimes, like, so I do have some kids that come and hang out. Hold on, let me get this. Oh, ads. Hey, I'm so glad I could catch up on you live. I was afraid I'd miss it. Hey, no, I'm here. And actually today I am sticking around because I want to get this entire camp built. I thought it was going to be 2 days, but in all honesty, like, I think it's like one of those. It's like you kind of have to do it in like 1 day sort of thing. But oh yeah, so Brick, so Bearded, there was I know that I have some students and some kids that do watch my streams on parent stuff, so there's often times where I'm like, I want to say this, but I really shouldn't, sort of thing. So I do try to be careful as much as I can. And that was a rule when I back in the day when I was doing podcasting with my buddy. We had a show called Talking Toys with Taylor and Jeff, and that was one of our big things. Is that we had this debate on whether we had language or not, and I said I'd prefer not to, just because I don't want that to be like my MO. People to see that and be like, oh, that's how he is, and that's not how I was. Right? Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is I'm glad that I started setting up that persona early, because later on when I became a teacher, that's kind of a big ordeal with a lot of what we do in public, is that whatever we do, it basically needs to reflect who we are, because once you're with a district, or you're with this or this, it's like, you're supposed to take a certain sort of stance and look a certain sort of way and do certain sort of things, and it's like, all right, no individuality. That's actually not the case, but it is, because you are now the face of how, like, a certain behavior type, you really got to kind of keep it together. All right. So we got. I like how they did these poles here, and I'll kind of show you there. We're using a plate with clip, and it goes up to a number 4 bar, and it goes up and sits there, and it just sets in, but it's got kind of a nice pole tent sort of look to it. And we got some of these for stonework, which I'm glad I ordered some more off of the AliEx, because I'm going to be continuing that probably down through here, which means I'll have to change up some of those into plates. But like I said, we're building this first, then we'll deal with that later. See if I can get it built before we go on vacation. I could imagine my wife going, honey, you can't take your ranger camp with you. It's not a good idea. Be like, well, why not? Why not? It's my ranger camp. She'd be like, no. I will end up taking builds with me and then just absolutely freak out about if I'm missing parts or not. I've slowed us down a few times because of it, so I had to be careful with that. But I have it's a 3-in-1 camp set now that is like the car, camper. You can also do a lighthouse, but I think I'm looking for a cinch bag to put that together. I'll probably take that one with me and build a few of those. Like the 3-in-1s I like to grab just to build different things out of it. And I was thinking about getting the 3-in-1 cat because I also have the 3-in-1 small cat, so I'll probably take those and build them. We shall see. All right, we got our first printed brick. Oh, well, it's not our first, but it's one of the bigger ones. Look at that tree. That reminds me a little bit of the White Tree of Gondor. I absolutely love this. This is going to be a cool build. And then we've got 2 printed pieces here on the side that have got a nice like floral sort of look to it. Like that. Good stuff. Alright, so those are going to go plant-wise up. So we got this going under here. Plant-wise going this way with the leaves going one way and leaves going the other way. So these are mirrored. They're not the same exact tile. They are mirrored with the plants shooting one way or the other, which is super cool. We got 6 of these tooths. 1x1 plate with tooth. And these are going to be the eaves and the edges of our tent. Very decorative. Very kiltish. So I've got several things I've been wanting to build. One of which is I had picked up a Jesus minifig and some Roman soldiers. And I was actually thinking about making the Jewish synagogue where the Roman centurion comes to ask Jesus to heal his servant. I'm thinking about trying to, and I got to do some research to look at kind of how that synagogue would look. But I'm thinking that might be another good one I'm wanting to build. The ruins of Osgiliath is another one I'm wanting to build. And I've got a Nazgul on Fellbeast and a Frodo and Samwise Golem and some Rangers that are coming in for that one. So I'm hoping that that'll be good. I might have to order some more gray, like a big bulk of gray bricks. Get different colors. And then I got a couple of these Harry Potter kits like this that have the statues in it, because I was going to use the statues and some of the swords and the chest for things. So I'll use that with some of the build. And I just got to look up some reference material for it and see kind of like what it would look like, get the stairs right. And I ended up ordering another Frodo because there was one that had a trance head. And so I'm doing the Frodo with the trance head with him holding the ring out. And then the Nazgul flying down to get him. And then Sam running up the stairs. And for that I got 2 brown capes, Jedi capes I'm going to use as cloaks. And then I got a old pirate's backpack for Sam's backpack that he carries. And I might see if there's a way I can put a pod or something on the end. At that point, he might not. I'll have to go back and watch that scene. It's in the 2 towers. Alright, that goes right up there. Man! Look at that! Isn't that beautiful? That is cool. Here, let's pop this open. Let's turn that on. Yeah, so we've got like the little seat in there. We got a lantern. Yeah. I do want to keep this side open, so I want to move this over here at some point, just so it's not in the way. But yeah, I'm digging that. And of course you can open this up so you can really look in there. And then of course you can take this off. You can close it down if you wanted to. Man, this is cool. Like it was one of those that when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, I don't know about that. And then there's something about it. I was like, you know what? I do want to try that out and see how it is. And I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. Yeah, it goes this way. Like there's a part of me that says it should go this way, but I think it goes that way. Yeah, I dig that. Okay, well, let's turn that off, save the battery. And now we're on bag 3. So we are now building up the tree. And that might be it. It's just the tree for this one. Okay, let's move our pieces, parts. Grab our box. Only 500 pieces in this one. This one's kind of a smaller kit, but pretty good kit so far. Alrighty, so here we go. I might want to switch some leaves here. Down the road, I might switch some of the leaves from one kit to the other, just so I don't have one tree that's super light and one that's super dark. But yay! Alright, and then I'm looking over here, I'm kind of skipping ahead. Bag 4, because we had parts left over. Bag 4, okay. So yeah, I think we just had some extra parts, which is okay. I can always build with them, so I'm never going to say that they're not worth it, because they totally are. Alright, so we've got a 1x2x2 wedge brick, let's see, 1x1 with a Technic hole in it. There it is. One of these 1x2 slanted, sloped, one-stepped, curved wedge pieces, and it's like a 1x1 plate. There it is. Okay. Hey Dave the Berserker, how are you? So that's gonna go right up here. Boom, boom. We're gonna turn this so we can see. So this is the hard part. So with the brown, I notice it is sometimes hard to see the printing of the brown pieces on here. But counting 1, 2, 3, 1 away. Yep, and then that's going there. I'm gonna go ahead and push this over there if I can. Just gonna kind of stick it right over there. There we go. I'll pull it up, but I need to be able to kind of get it kind of off on the side. Hey Bobby, how are you? Alright, so we've got a corner, half Travis, 2 snot bricks, 1x1 snots, and then it looks like 2 of these L plates, 1 and 2. And how are we doing this? We're going snot, snot, half Travis. I like their half Travis bricks or corner snots because of the fact that they curve them. So they're really good for like curving things. If you want to put wires through there, you can. And it gives it a little bit of extra room. Okay, now we need, I'm going to turn this again towards me, 1 more half Travis, 2 more snots, 2, half Travis, and then another L plate. And it looks like we're building up the same thing, but this time using 1 plate on the end. 1, 2, 3, line those up, and then 1 on top. Boom. And yeah, and now we're building our next section. Take a quick break. So I noticed I got a lot of people that just kind of signed on. Hopefully you're all doing good, having a good Saturday. There's a part of me, so my kids wanting to go to the 5 and down today, and my wife's like, yeah, I'll take you after I get back from work and all that. And I told her, I was like, I'd like to go too. She goes, honey, the last time we took you, we ended up spending a lot of money. And I was like, why? I was like, did I really grab that much? I think I did grab quite a bit of building kits. So I think I have been cut off to an extent. And I gotta behave because, you know, it was a couple minifigs yesterday. A minifig the other day. A couple of these polybags the other day. And then an order on the Rainforest site. And I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of starting to see what she's saying. So I think I have been cut off for a little bit. I've been cut off. Though I will say I was looking at the, was it the graffiti van? That's the new piece in the Lumibricks page. And I really want to get that one. I was kind of showing her. She's like, that'd be cool. So I might be ordering that one. Wife called. Oh, your wife called. Are you in trouble? She's like, I know you did a thing. I can sense it. Oh man. Yeah, sometimes when I get that call, I'm like, oh man, what did I do? What did I do? Alright, so we need a 1x1 round tile with pen. And I'm supposed to have one more L plate. There it is. One more L plate. I'm always I want the new I missed something. I want the new film studio comes out on the 30th. Do say more. I don't know if I've kept up with that. I don't know, like, is it a Lego one or is it our Lumibricks? I don't think I know anything about that one now. So now I'm like, wait a second, I missed something. Lumi, man, they have been announcing. I haven't even been able to keep up. They have been putting out so much stuff. All right. Lumi, I love you. My goodness. It can be sometimes too much. Here's the thing. Because I do have a film background, so now it's like, now I've got to add that to it. Be like, no, I want to get that one too. It's like, usually when I pick a set, I pick it based off of something I've done or some sort of like relationship to me, right? It's a tall modular. Man, sometimes though, that's the thing. It's like I wouldn't know where to put it at this point. Huh? I'm gonna have to go to there. I'm gonna have to go and look at it. Has it hit the site yet, or is it just on like the Facebook group and stuff? All right. So we're gonna turn that to this over here. Turn it like this. Boom. All right. And I'm looking right here. Turns that way. 1 and 2. I've only seen it on Facebook. Okay. Yeah, on their page. So that means that it might not have come out. I'm behind on my news. And so I'll be probably looking for that when I'm off. I'll probably be looking to see if I can find it in the KOC pages, see what's there. And here's the thing, I thought I was caught up. I was like, hey, I'm caught up. Now I can just go back and get some of these older sets that I'm missing. And now I'm like, wait, what? Oh, I just don't have it. Battle Brush, how are you? I just don't have that sort of money, man. It's like I love that they're coming out with all sorts of stuff. Like I absolutely love it. But at the same time, I'm like, man, we don't have that money. Aha. I figured it out. So I was looking, I was like, there's something's not lining up here. Pop this off. Then it's gonna go this way. So let's pop this on. That goes here. This goes directly onto the bottom. This goes right here. And that goes down one. There we go. Is that right? Looks like the picture. Alright. Hey, YK, how are you? Alright, so now we are moving over to this side here. There's been some of the ways that they have been building trees. Some of the techniques I've learned from other trees, I built into that one. I like a lot of what I did with that tree, but there is some of it I think I would like to rebuild. Absolutely would love to rebuild it. Okay. I did something else wrong. Turn. And we're going to turn this one as well. Boom, boom. Now we're going to put this back on here. This is going back where it belongs on here. This is going right here on the end. And then that should line up there. And now this is where it's supposed to be. Hey, YK, hey, Brick Trucker. Alright. So yeah, I am... There we go. Got it. I have not been following directions very well. Hey, I think it happened to me too, Brick Trucker. I'm not following directions like at all today. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So why did she call? Were you in trouble or everything good? Are you supposed to be somewhere where you're not? That's usually my case, is I get called and like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm, hanging out in the office or whatever. It's like, you're supposed to be out here right now. I'm like, whoops. I didn't realize that. No one told me. And then I was like, hey, you're more than welcome to come and get me. Like, when there's a thing going on, come and get me so I know. And then it is that conversation of, oftentimes if you're recording and we come and interrupt you, you end up crashing out. And I'm like, oh yeah. I just posted the pic on your DM. Okay. Okay. The pic of the film studio. That's like the last thing I need is another. It releases May 30th. God, it's right around the corner. Man. Alright. I'm going to keep an eye on it. Do you know kind of what the cost is? Or is it like... I think that my biggest thing right now is like, it's like, I don't know if... That right now, justifying the cost is the hard part. Hey, Seth. I am building... Here, let me get my brain off of this film studio. I am building the Lumibricks Ranger Camp. This is the Middle Ages set. And we're in bag 3 right now. So we're kind of up to here. Let me turn the light on for you. So it's got a full light kit and everything. So that's going to be for the fire. And I got this and decided to build it into this. So this fits right in there. So I've got, pull this up out of the way a little bit. There we go. So I've got this full mock here that this is going to be incorporated in after I review it. That has its own light kit, a body over there, some hop sealers going through, a pond, like all of it. I pulled out all the stops. Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Don't stress. Don't stress. It'll be there for quite some time. Yeah, I know. Here's the thing. I know it'll be there for some time, but you know they make it so. Here's the thing. I know that those sets are going to be around, but they also sometimes make it to where it's like they give you so much at once. And something complaint that I had was that they have so many at a high price coming out usually at the same time, and you know we're wanting a lot of it, but cost wise it's like, man, I can't afford a lot of that stuff all at once. And so for me, I'm still back with some of the Funhole kits. There's stuff from Funhole that I'm still wanting to get that, you know, I'm not sure if I'll get it. And like right now, if I was going to get something, there's some of the older stuff I'd want to get first, just because when it goes to retire, it won't come back. And I know I've missed like what was it? I missed the steampunk car. I really wanted to get that one, and I missed it. And when I saw that they were planning on the carpentry van going away, I went ahead and grabbed that one. And so I put that one together. I put that one together almost last year, but I loved that one. That's a cool set, and that one's traveled with me to my hometown. That traveled with me to Port Aransas. Like that's one of those kits that I've carried with me, and I'll probably take it with me to Rockport this year. I really liked that one. That's a fun one. Like I said, I've got that carpentry background, so it makes sense. And I think we even have like the name Carpenter in some of our family names here and there. Okay. I'm liking how they're doing this tree, and it makes me want to order parts for that to change up a few things. So, depending, because I want it to be perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so this is going to be going right in here. Boom. I'm going to turn this a little bit. And we're going to turn that a little bit this way. There we go. Man, I like the way they're doing that tree. I really do. Port Aransas is a drive. Yeah, I mean, it is for us. It's not that bad, but you know, I live in Denton, so like it'll still be a drive. Don't get me wrong. It'll still be a while there, but it's almost, I wanted to say last time I checked, just a little bit longer than Surfside. And normally we would do either Surfside outside of Galveston, or now Port Aransas or Rockport. I think we're going to Rockport. We'll visit Port Aransas, but Rockport I think is where we're staying. That'll be this is starting to become like a normal thing. Like we're starting to do this more and more and more. Hey Nefarious, how are you? Nefarious, Flora, and Fauna. Yeah. Please tell me that you've got something about D&D on there, because I'd love to see that. Hey Anthony, how are you? But we went last year, I believe, and absolutely fell in love with that place. And I just kind of decided, I was like, man, if I ever retire, and I kind of want to move closer to like the coast, that might be an option. Forever we were talking about going to Surfside and like living there, but I would want it to where like wherever we go, it's got like a really good community to it. All right, that's gonna pop onto there. So we're building more leaves. And let's see, yeah, that's going right there. So now we're reinforcing the back of this. So 1, 2, and one of these 1x1 plates with pins. Okay, so it goes here, goes on top of here, this is going up here, and then yeah, we're gonna be popping this right onto the back of the leaves. Thankfully, oftentimes you'll get to where the leaves are kind of on their own and they pop on and off from clutch power. These aren't always the strongest, and I've had that with a few of these, but thankfully they've got it to where all of this is backed up pretty well, that it's all held on to really nicely, so it works beautifully. Is that it? Yep. Okay. More leaves. More and more and more. One of these, one of these. So we got one that's going here. We got one that's going here. We got a, what is that, a 3x5. One here with a leaf on the end. And then one of these bad boys right up there. And we can turn that however we want, so kind of like that. No trees. Here's the thing, like, for the most part, trees, like, building blocks wise, and they can be stressful. Like, you're looking at it like, bro, what do you want me to do? But I have started to love building trees, and as a matter of fact, I need to get the cherry blossoms. I need to get another set of the Lego cherry blossoms and a couple other sets of the marigolds from Brickcraft, because I use those for my autumn trees. So I'll strip all the cherry blossom stuff away, and then I will use the leaves from the marigold and the actual stems for the cherry blossoms to create trees out of it. I love it. Big tall trees to put in the city. Oh, they look great. Absolutely look great. Okay, this is going to be going right here. Turn that a little bit here. Let's turn this out that way. So far, this has been, besides for the bottom portion of this has been a pretty satisfying tree. Okay, so we got one of these, and 3 of our 3-pronged 1x1 studded leaves. We're doing the same thing yet again. So here, let's go right here. And we've got one. Go ahead and get that. Boom. And then one down here. Boom. And we're kind of building up the same thing yet again. No trees. Hey Patrick, how are you? Alright, so we got one, and one. Let me kind of go back to... Whew. It's giving me a hard time. Boom. I'm checking something out. Yeah, there we go. The bonsai broke me only. I've never. Oh, so is it the Lego bonsai? There was one. So I believe it was Wise Blocks. I did their bonsai tree. Yeah, the Lego one. You're not. I've heard a few people tell me that one that was like, it was stress induced. Like they just did not enjoy it at all. I did the Wise Block one, which was It was pretty good. There were certain things I did not do. So like they always have it to where you put all the things in the bottom. I said I'm not doing that just because I don't want to have. I think it was like 100 1 by 1 round tiles just floating in the bottom. I was like, that sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. But when I put the tree together, like I remember like parts I was like, this is kind of like weird the way they want me to do this, this, and this, and this way. And it was a little strange, but like I don't know, I enjoyed it still. Like even though it was kind of weird, I did enjoy it. And there was some interesting building techniques in that one that had us doing like it was using like the hinged plates that went around, and you like put the hinged plates together to create 3 areas of branches that shoot off, and then it left room for you to put like something else coming out of the top, which I was like, dude, that's sharp, man. That's cool. So there was a few things on that build that I really liked, but I do remember that the tree portion of that bonsai for the wise brick ones was not the easiest thing in the world. And I haven't tried the Lego one, though. There's one that's got all the leaves that are like the autumn orange with red brushing on it. I've been looking at that one. I would actually like to build that one at some point, but not there yet. So was it the traditional bonsai? The one that's got the different seasonal leaves that you can put with it. Hi Amy, how are you? Alright, so now we're going to stud these little plants in on top. Boom, that's going to hold that one down. Oh, love that. Absolutely love that. This is going to go right up in here. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. The tree makes me quite happy. It seems like we should have one more. Seems like I missed one. Let me go back. I did. I missed one over here on this branch. So right up here on this one, we're going to use this little Technic stem with 3 leaves to pin that onto there. Man, look at that. So that would fold up. So you could take this off, turn that on, put that back, fold that back down. Look at that. Man, that is beautiful. I'm digging this. I'm digging this. And we're already on bag number 4? Man, this is cool. Like, I am digging this build quite a bit. I didn't think I was going to like it this much, but I like this. This is fun. Alright, so I'm going to kind of move some things just around just a little bit without damaging the tree. Yep. Alright, so that's going to go, let's see, let's move. I'd have to move that there a little bit. Boom. And we'll pull this up, turn that off. There we go. And push that back down. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see how this looks up here. So if we put this up here against that tree, yeah, it'll still, man, that'll look great. That'll absolutely look great. Yep. Okay. I dig this. Okay. So we're on bag number 4. We got some extra branches, limbs, bits and bobs left over. Definitely used to build and embellish this up just a little bit. Guess what, everybody? Yeah, I love the look of this. Bag 4. It's our last bag. After that, that is it. We are done with our build on this. It seems almost like kind of sad, like bittersweet, but I've been enjoying this one. Once I realized that I was missing a bag, uh, that your boy here doesn't know how to count bags properly, but man, and I knew it was gonna be a small set. Like it's not anything crazy, but yeah, this is cool. So we got a wagon, we've got the rest of the camp stuff, and some things going out here. So maybe we won't have space for the herbal thing, which seems kind of sad because I would like it to sit out. But that's okay. That's okay. All right, here we go. Bag 4. It's almost like I'm narrating a chapter from Tolkien's work. Bag 4. Man, I remember back in the day when we had those weird projectors that was like it would project the picture and it would have a tape, and every time it like beeped, like the system would move the slide. I remember having those all the time. I absolutely loved it as a kid when they would tell us, hey, it's we get to watch slide day. I'm like, what? Like I was totally stoked on that. Let's see, Lumi really needs to put all the bags together into one big bag for each number set. I agree with that. And that was something, so like I understand them separating them because that way they can look and say, all right, you've got all these pieces are big, all these pieces are small, and it makes it easier for like organization. However, when I did the BB Tillabricks hardware store, that was one of those where everything came in a giant bag. Bag 1. There were like 5 bags in there, and the plates and everything you would use all in that one set. And I loved that because it's like, hey, boom, bag 1 right there. That's what I'm doing, and I'm not having to worry about if I'm missing a bag or not. It's there. And I do agree that would be nice for them to do, or even pack it to where it's like they're all together in one thing. But sometimes it's off. Like I'll miss a bag and I don't bring it out, but at the same time, there's a part of me that when I'm on here and I'm building here, I'm not always paying attention, and I think that's the key thing for me is that when I do build them, I probably need to spend a little bit more time making sure I have all my bags lined up and ready to go, so that way there's not an incident. But that, I'm wanting to say that one's on me. Alright, so we got Cole Porter. Something earned something in a wood box. I'm not sure. Let me find, where's my other glasses? I was gonna Eternal in a wood box. Nice. So that's what I mean. Leave them all separate bags. Put them in step bags into one bag. Yeah, and that's what the BB Tillabricks did. So we've got a tombstone in the back, and I love it because it is eternally in a wooden box. How morbid, but I love it. I absolutely love it. Cracks me up. Yeah, no, the Fallow Jill or BB Tillabricks, I think Fallow Jill does it as well. They will set it up to where it's like it's everything you need in bag 1. It's multiple bags, but yeah, it's like one giant bag of everything together. And yeah, I do like that. I think they would definitely benefit from doing that for sure. Now, if they will or won't, I don't know, because I know that that also gives excess, and sometimes it can take up more room. And I believe that might also make packing them a little bit harder, because then it's like, if there's no wiggle room, because everything is in one bag, it'll make the boxes probably a little bit bigger. But I do agree. I think that that would be definitely something for them to look into. They probably should. Yeah, so we got a yellow mushroom in the back, couple flowers. Now we're moving over to the side, and we've got a plant. 1. Why are you poking me, leaf? 2. 1 of these and 1 of these. Alright, so let's see. This one's going right here on the corner. This one's going right here in between. This plant is going right over here off the end of this. Am I correct? Right here. Okay. And these are going to be going right here and here. So we're about to build a spit, an area where we're going to be putting our fire. 2, 3 up, boom. And then this one's going to go over here on this. 4 between. Yep, 4 studs between. I'm counting on them, looking. Excellent, that's it. And now we got more mushrooms. I dig these mushrooms. I'm so glad I ordered more, because I was like, if this is kind of a deep forest, and they've got like a little pond and some roots and things, and I think there might even be some of these extra things I could put in for like roots. That'll be super cool to build with. Alright, so we got a leaf right here. It's going to be going right back this way onto here. It's kind of going between those. Boom. Alright. Tilt that down just a little bit more so we can see there. There we go. Alright. Hey, Wakabuki. Now we need 1 and a 2x2 round plate with Technic pinhole. We got this piece. So this is going to be going right here in the center. I've seen this technique before of how they're doing the fire, and it actually is pretty cool technique. We're going to put that right on the end here. It'll be a really cool way of doing this. Just checking, just to make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. Yep. And then we're going to be putting this orange. So that's just that 1 orange. Yep. 1 orange stud right up here. So if we were to pull this up and look at it, what was once a white LED will now shine kind of a yellow. Nice. What I did for my fire for my bedside thing here is I have like a little flame in there, and I had a couple of, let's see if you can get where you see it. Oh no, must be out of battery. Oh, that stinks. But I had a couple of the lights that would like flicker in and out. And so what I did is I put them in there, put them underneath, and so the fire will be bright and then lower and they'll bright and lower. And since they're not on a perfect timer, they're kind of all over the place, and it just makes it so cool looking. Okay, 2, 3, 4 here. We're going all the way around. Ah. Pin that back up there. 5, and I want to make sure I don't snag that wire over here. I did not. Good. And then 6. Come on now. There you go. 7 and then 8. And I'm kind of running it where the hole, the little printing hole, is all in the same direction. Let's see. Pop that over there. There we go. So this is kind of how we're making our fire right there, a little bonfire, which is pretty cool. Okay. Now let's see. We need 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm just gonna kind of pull the parts over here. So we need 2 of these 1x1s with Technic pins. We need 2 of these Technic barred clips and 2 1x1 round plates. And it looks like we're going plate into barrel, into clip, into arm. There's 1. Plate into barrel, into tile with pin, into clip right there. And these are going to go 1 over here, 1 on the other side. And now we're building our pot and hanging bar. It's a cool set. It's a really cool set. That's going to go there. It's going to go across, just like that. And we're going to be replacing them, 1 here and 1 right up here. Boom, boom, just like that. And then let's flip that up. Let's try. Let's take a look at it. Oh yeah, man, that looks cool. Okay, so we'll put that back down. Put that down right there. Come over here.
Can I go out riding with Gabe?
I'm fine with that. Take your phone and key.
Yeah, no, I let him inside because it's hot outside.
Okay, well listen, you guys be careful. When it gets hot, you know, definitely come back home and.
Kari let us go to the water park with him because
Okay.
it's $62 to get in.
Yeah, and
But
we don't.
he's going to the pool at 5, and I was wondering if I could go.
Well, keep in mind. Hold on. Keep in mind that you were asking Mom to go somewhere too, so you probably want to
When
be
Mom gets
asking
home,
Mom.
we'll do it.
Okay. Well, at that point, you know, we'll talk about it when it happens. Okay.
Yeah,
Bye. Be careful out there.
okay.
Oh man. So 1. We need. Let's see. It's gonna go on here. And now we're going to be on this side, right over here. So this is going to go right into this tent door area, right there. We've got a green one, which is going around into this. And then a gray one, looks like it's going 1 down, 2 over, kind of like that. So we got little stones here and there, which is nice. Hey, old man retro game. And now we need our round. It's a transparent, clear 1x1 brick with a little twig in it. And that's going to be going right over here. Am I correct? Yeah. And now we've got last little embellishments. Man, this thing is going faster than I thought, honestly. We got our barrel. We're putting a tile, modified jumper tile. Got this cool sort of pump thing, and that's going to be going right over here. There we go. And let's see, we got more. Another barrel, another one of our little tiles. I like these. They've got almost like lids. They're almost like the way they're colored. It's like little leather pieces instead of it being just, you know, like this one like silver lid. Oh, it's metal. It feels more like it's supposed to be like a feels more like it's supposed to be like a leather piece. It's like fitted on top, which is kind of cool. Hey, Fluffy Ninja, how are you? You joined from a repost, man. That's cool. You doing okay this Saturday? Goes up like that. And now we need one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 of these. And then we need 1, 2 of the little flowers. Man, I'm doing pretty good. You're doing good too? I am all about today. Like, I have been waiting to be, you know, we've got a little bit of break from work. And so I have been waiting to just be at this table and building. And so today I was like, I'm going to build half of this station or this little ranger camp, and ended up like, it's not very big. It's only 500 pieces, but I was like, man, I'm going to build this whole thing. Like, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop and wait any longer. Looks like I'm missing a part over here. Looks like that's supposed to go right here. Pop this on there. Boom. And then I shall pop this one. Well, I found a plant from another set, but I didn't find the one I was looking for. Alright, give me a second. There it is. There we go. Hey, Rudy. Okay. So this is supposed to go right here. Just like that. That goes there. That goes right here. Man. And then, of course, again, I found this, which I believe I had over here on this side. So I'll be able to put that back on. Boom. Turn that now that I have it. Okay. And now we're doing, it looks like the banner. And I think that's pretty much, well, we got the banner and then we got the cart. So we'll also have a cart portion of this. So get some more of my drink here. Ah, yum yum. Alright, so one number 6. Then we've got our, what is this? We've got our modified little tile pieces. Go down like that. And flip around to here. It's going to go up here. I'm looking here, it says that's supposed to fit onto here. Okay. So we're making a tall banner out of this, which I'm kind of wondering how, but I just got to give them a minute. All right, so we need a number 3, 2 number 3s, and then one of these. Technic 2 pins. One of these. It's going to go right into there. And this is supposed to fit up in the top, just like that. So big, tall banner. Is that it? Yep. Okay. Now we got our printed piece here that's got our deer, which I'm loving the look of this deer. It's a deer with some plants around it. And we need 1, 2 of our plates with clips. One goes here. One goes directly on the bottom. Same thing on the other side. I actually found it was a banner for Rohan that's got horses that's very similar to this that I might be putting like over there. I might be building a banner for it over there to kind of add to everything. So I'm still, even after I finish this, I will still be working on more stuff for the mock and making sure that everything incorporates the way I want it to. I think it's going to be cool. I saw that there's a new
Alright,
love you too, dude. Hey, be careful.
okay.
You okay? What was P barking about?
Oh, okay.
Oh, game. Okay. Are you all right?
What?
I just seemed kind of like you were like you need to say something. Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm good, man. I'm almost done. I'm building this ranger camp, and guess what?
What?
It fits. Matter of fact, look at this. That's the back of that, right? This
Oh, yeah, if it's on your that-
perfectly fits.
That's nice. That's my favorite part.
The dead corpse guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to get the flag of Rohan built up in there as well.
Yeah.
Like I'll get it in there. Well, it's just because it'll match like this banner here, which is the deer with the plants. See,
Mhm.
but it's a horse and it has a lot of the same look. So I'm kind of waiting on that.
Okay. Bye.
Here, put my glasses up, please.
Oh, I don't know where to go.
No, I don't want you to ruin your eyesight.
I don't care about my eyesight.
I care about your eyesight.
Why? Eyesight's stupid.
Eyesight's not stupid. You need it. Bye. Be careful.
Okay.
Have fun. Oh man. Alright, so 1 and 2. We're building 2 of these bad boys. 2. It's going right up there. I'll plug them in. 1 here. And 1 here. Those like little gold sort of pieces on there. Interesting enough, it's not gold, but it's like a yellow, like kind of a yellow gold, but it's not gold, which I thought was kind of weird because normally they do like just go straight with gold, but it is okay if we don't. 1 and 2, that's going up there, and this should fit onto here. 1 and 2, kind of like that. Okay. And yeah, so now we've got to build this portion right here. So I skipped a spot. That and that go together. And that's going to go right over here. So we need 2 up, 2 over. It's right here. And now the banner will fit right into there. Nice. Man, it looks good. Looks good. I'm digging it. I like it. Alright, now, it seems like we're on our... I'm going to put this, like, let me fit this back up there. I'm going to put this right up here for this portion. Okay. And then I'm going to go over here to our cart. So we're building the cart now. So we got 1, 2 of these wheels, 1 of these. So we got a 1x1 by 1x2 inverted bracket, a 1x2 plated axle onto a 2x3 plate. So another 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4 pieces here. So 2 1x2 clips with horizontal clip, and then 2 1x1 plates. So that goes here. 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. And that's supposed to fit right into here. And then we've got these 2 side panels and a 1x4. So I love, like, the colors in this are looking great. Like, hey Japal, how are you? They're looking really good. Very woodsy, very medieval. Okay, so now we need a 2x3. One right there. 1 and a number 3 bar. Number 3 bar goes here on the end. One right in here. So 1, 2 of these bars. And 1, 2 of these. Hey, what's going on?
My phone died while Mom was talking to me.
Oh.
I think she wanted to tell me something.
You probably need to charge your phone.
Yeah,
then.
that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. Yeah, don't go out without having it, because that.
I just wanted to tell you if she calls you, and she's like, "Why did Elijah hang up on me?"
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Hey, Brian's Bricks. I'll see what I can do. I haven't seen anything come up, but I also I use my phone for live, so it's like it should pop up, but it might not pop up immediately. But I'm almost done. Like once I'm done, I'll check in with her and see what's going on. I don't like that. That clip's not very good. I'll move that one here. And I'll pop that on.
Alright, bye.
There. Bye. Heading out?
No.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were waiting around. Yeah, so fast charge. Okay. Well, stick around. I'll see you in a minute. Hey, Brian's Bricks. How are you, bud? Oh, man. And join from a repost. I appreciate you all coming to visit from the repost. Alright. So here we go. Put that on, and then we got our 2 wheels. 2 wagon wheels. 1 and 2. And that goes here, right? So play mode 1. Okay, so we'd have it, we turn on the lights, light it up. Okay. Play mode 2. That's where we put the tent down. Okay. Okay, I see. So like one is the tent lights on, the other one the tent light is down. Interesting enough, I've got some extra parts, but I know that they're extra parts if we did not want to put the lights in. So they also give us, a lot of extra pieces, but they give us extra pieces that, hey Brick Guy, what's happening? They give us, do you plan on getting Lumibricks Clinic when it comes out? I have been looking at it. That one I do know about. I just got told about the film studio that's coming out, and I've been looking at that one as well. But I think for me right now, I don't know. I'm trying to decide. There's still some older sets that I'm still trying to get. So for right now, I'm kind of behind on getting some of the stuff that I want. So I don't know. I might be holding off just a little bit. So nothing really. That's cool. All right. So I will say, okay, let's do this. I'm gonna move this. We do have a lot of parts left over, but they kind of give us extras. The extras are there for to, like, if we lose something or if we want to alter it to where we don't want lights in, they allow us to do that. So I'm going to put all these extra pieces in here for right now. And there's lots of small stuff in there too. I'll probably, when I decide on exactly how I'm going to get this displayed, I'll use these parts to embellish more on this set, because my whole goal for this was to have it as one giant scene. So you put these away. So I have a tabletop space that goes in there. I'm gonna move this and this. Move that over. And then we'll look at it as a whole. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring this down over here so we can look at it this way. There we go. Alright. So with this, the set that we just put together is this one right here. So this is the Lumibricks Ranger Camp. And we'll go ahead and turn it on. Boom. So you got a fire here that pulses. You've got a light on the inside of the tent that you can see. There's like a medical bed or like a healing bed and like an herbal station over there. And you've got your guy here that's on a cart so he can be like pulled or moved where he needs to go. Oh, I'm injured, and they can take him and heal him and all that. And there's of course a healer there, right? What old stuff are you keen on? Oh, so some of the old stuff: the forge, the Middle Ages forge, the blacksmith station from the Old West, the blacksmith station, the post office, and the carpentry station. I'm all wanting to get. And yes, this base is a mock. So I built this base, and I'll go ahead and turn that on, to fit this ranger station. So how this is going to work, let me see if I can pull it up and back just a little bit, kind of like that. How this is going to work is that this piece, I've got to remove some plates here, but this will fit kind of right into there. And so you'll have this whole thing built up. So you got a tree with your banner. I'll probably turn that banner just a little bit. And you've got some ruins and some hopstillers coming through here. You've got your injured guy here. I've got pieces coming in from AliEx that's like new stones I'm putting through here. New mushrooms to replace some of the mushrooms here. But let me see if I can pull this down. I'll kind of give you a better view. Hi! I don't know if you really want to be that close to me right now. How do we change this? Hey, Valexa, how are you? Flip camera. There we go. Alright, so like I said, this was the Lumibricks Ranger Camp that I just put together. So you've got the pulsating light there. You got mushrooms that are printed. You've got, even on the back here, you've got the tombstone that has a name on it. It says Cole Cooper, or Cole Porter, and it's eternally in a wooden box. And so that was just the camp. Now the camp is not part of this. However, I made this portion, all of this I made to accompany this set. So eventually I'll take some of these leaves and move it over here. I'll move some of these leaves over here just so they're matched up more. I'll put more stones going through here. And then I've got my hopstillers right here, and I'll probably fix them. I might move that out of the way a little bit. And then on the back side I've got ruins over here. And then I'll have mushrooms added through here, and then I even have a corpse that's lying down that's all bloodied up. Some ruins in through here. And I might take the herbal thing and put it out here, so it's not just sitting like inside the tent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It might fit there, it might not. That might be a little too tight of a fit, but I might find a way to put it out, or I could leave it in. I kind of like the idea of this being open through here, so I might move some things around. But I figured I would review it first, get the review and everything settled for this ranger camp first, and then I'll go in and finish building this mock and get everything settled. Might even move this banner over to this side, depending, to kind of make some different space so I see it more. And then I've got a horse flag from Rohan that I might be putting over on some ruins over there. And I might add like more ruins over in that little area over there. So yeah, it'll be in time. And I might go back. There's a few of these things I might change. I might pull some of this out, make the water a little more still, maybe add a little bit more of that translucent green. Hey Lego Drew, what's happening? And then might even like raise this flag up a little bit more, or have it to where I have them marching, like maybe get another one of them, but take this away and then have it to where he's holding the flag behind him. So yeah, but this was from a Lumibricks kit. It was like an introductory kit, and so I left it in there so we have a couple of points of light. Eventually I'll probably run it to where this runs into a router and goes in, and I'll probably put it on a USB and then just bury a box in the back. It came at the right time. That's amazing. Yeah, dude, I still have a lot of work to do on it. Like the tree I enjoy, but now that I have this tree here done for this set, once this is reviewed, I might be pulling some leaves from this to put over here and some of these over, just so the trees match up a little bit more. But yeah, I'm loving it. And of course, got more stonework that's going through there. Some more of these cut trees that'll be scattered throughout there. Yeah, I am loving it. I might even look to see if I could find, like, on Marketplace some more of these little medieval characters to place in, so I have a kind of a weird dichotomy between them, and they don't just stand out on their own. Yeah, dude, I am absolutely loving it. This is going to be, once it's all done, my new display. I'm going to finish this one up, and then I've got a Nazgul on Fellbeast coming in, and I was going to do another plate built up, and I was going to do a display for Osgiliath, with Frodo trying to give the ring to the Nazgul and Sam running up the stairs to get him. So there's still a few parts of that I'm wanting to order, and I'm still waiting on parts for this because I'm redoing the mushrooms here with printed ones, just so they stand out a little bit more. But yeah, this is it. This is pretty cool, and like the detail in that tent was pretty good because you've got the herbal. Here, let me see if I can fold those back so you can see in. It's got like a little herbal tent in there, and it's got herbs and spices and potions, and even the way they did the fire here. I might even put like some of the little stems in there, like little branches, to make that more realistic. Yeah, love the idea. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, like I like building, and I like building, the sets as the directions call. And on my channel I review a lot of these and talk about like the build and everything, but I think once it's done and I have it all settled, it's like I kind of like the idea that I would want it to become like, now I can take this and I can mock it, I can make it more of my thing. And so I think that's where like we get that really cool option of, with Legos and stuff, we really get to push that level of display, and that's where we make it more model-esque and give us a little bit more leeway, a little bit more freedom to make things how we want it. Like I said, my kid, he thinks this part right there, that's his absolute favorite. He loves the dead, holy knight. It was a zombie holy knight, but I just love it because he's like all torn. I just took his helmet, turned it sideways, and clipped his weapon to the ground. Put like a little shield over there. You agree with him? The little flame pieces look cool. Oh yeah. Yeah, actually, that's actually a pretty smart idea. Like right in here, peg a couple of the flame pieces, like one here, one over there. Maybe like a twig here and there. just to build that up a little bit, and that would hold that pot in place a little bit more too. That's sharp, man. I'll have to look and see. I think I have some candles and some flames. So yeah, I could use the ends of these to build that up a little bit more and make it a little bit more of a roaring fire. And there's other things like I'd want to turn a few things here and there. I'll just take that down because I want this to be seen a little bit, so I'll probably turn this around the opposite direction. And, just switch up a few branches here and there and turn some things this way and that. But yeah, man, I think it's one of those. So like originally when I was building this, and I'll pull this out, I had ordered this, and what I did is I opened up my book and I basically did stud counting across to make sure I had enough room. And at the very beginning of this, when I built the plate, I was off by like one stud. So I had to move this tile back, and I had to move this back one there. But it did leave enough room to just take this and slide it right in. Make sure you're seeing the post. Yeah, when it's all done. Oh yeah, most definitely. I'll do the... It'll be a while because I'm still waiting on all the last pieces to come in. It says it should be in, I think, around June 1st or so. But once it's all said and done and it's all settled, I'll try to make sure that I'll post it. I'll try to make sure that I tag Lego Drew 78 on there, so that way you can see it. Because this is going to be epic, I think, when it's done. And of course, again, I got to move some stuff. Some stuff like the tree hides that. I'd want that out like over here so you can see a little bit better. And I think over here, this side, it's just a little bit empty, so I'd probably put another couple pieces of ruin just over here and maybe some plants just to fill this area in a little bit more, just so it's not so empty. But yeah, I am in love with this thing. All good. I'll still be around. Love. Oh yeah, always, dude. Always. All right, everybody. So listen, that is my... Oh wow, about 2.5 hours that we had on that build. I'm going to answer any last questions you might have, and then I think I am going to go and get some food. I'm hungry now. Absolutely hungry. If you got anything, we'll go ahead and say it, and then I'm probably gonna be heading off here in a minute. Man, I love their cape too. Oh, this is so cool. Absolutely. Here, let me put it. Let's make it easier. Let's put on a lazy Susan. I'm gonna call it a lazy TayRay. We'll do it like this, right? So we'll put this here, and then we'll go right here. Kind of looking at it that way. And even like little details, I might have some squirrels somewhere that I can put in there. I know on the city that I was building for the autumn tree, I know I put in a couple squirrels here and there. And might even do a couple other tombstones around the area. Glad I got to see it. Just woke up. Have a great rest of your day. Oh yeah, thank you. I will. I might even hit up my local store. I might look for maybe another one of these and maybe another one of those corpse pieces. And might even hit up and see if I can find another builder kit for my medieval stuff. And maybe find some more clips. I might hit up my local shops today just to see what's around. I need some more of the 1x1 brown with clips on them, so I can tag like little weapons around. But man, yeah, this is cool. Very, very cool. Hey, thank you so much. Hey, you have a good day, okay? Alright, everybody. So I'm going to head off. I think that is it. I've enjoyed having you all here. I appreciate all the comments, the gifts, the chatting. I have enjoyed everything about this. So this has been a really, really good Lumibricks set. Looking at this set and you're thinking about it, hit up my page. I've got a link in there. I've got an affiliate link for Lumibricks. That should be easy to find it. It's in my bio. You all take care, and guess what? Hey, I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build, and happy brick hunting.